That was apparently live streamed and recorded.
We did, yeah.
So, Joe, do you want to go first and present your case that it did not happen the way we understood it?
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to present. Hopefully we can get through it all without too many non sequiturs. McToon, you got turn on your camera? I have a couple. Well, I was curious, just before we start, would you show your passport? Just curious if there's an Antarctica stamp.
There is no Antarctica stamp in it. There's no customs when you enter Antarctica. There's no passport control. There's no country that is there. So when you get off the plane, you just walk and you just get on the boat. Not the boat, it's a truck thing, and then that was it. So they do have a stamp that's in the library that you could, you had to do it yourself. And I did not stamp my own passport, but I know that Will Duffy did. Dave McKeegan did. I don't know who else might have. Yeah.
That's what I heard. I'm just curious if maybe, you've got any other stamps. Like, one of my theories is that you guys might have gone to Iceland. So I'm just curious if you'd be open to showing that you didn't go to Iceland.
Yeah, hold on. I'll grab it. Just give me a second. It's in the drawer.
I don't believe Iceland exists.
Got a lot of passports because I got all the kids. There's mine.
Just a theory I came up with because on the plane, the TVs on the seat in front of the seats, they all say stuff for Iceland
Right.
Air. The airline is Iceland Air because you guys claim that they rented an airline to go to.
Yeah, they chartered Iceland Air. So, all right. In the past, I've had issues with turning on my camera on Discord, but I will try to turn it on. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so here's my passport. I'm not going to show I'm not going to dox myself here. Let me just hold on. There you go. There's my picture in it. Then I can show you probably all the pages. And then here is.
You got the Punta Arenas one?
This is not Punta Arenas. This is going to be Chile. So this was in Santiago. So that's it. That's all I got. I entered Santiago. They stamped it there. They did not stamp it when I entered the U.S.
Can I see the page after that?
I got okay. So hold on. I have two. This is Chile. Okay. So this is pages 8 and 9. Okay. Right there, 8 and 9. And then pages 9 and 10, there's another one, and this is Chile again. Okay. So there you go. There's Chile again. I don't remember which was which, but I'll show you then. 12, 13, 14, 15.
It's hard to see anything, but
yeah,
I just thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, this isn't a perfect venue for this. I can send you pictures of it if you really want. Right,
so what are we looking for?
That's probably what he's looking for. I'm being careful not to dox myself, right? These pages are all empty, but there's a number on the bottom I don't want you to see. It's probably the unique identifier for it. So I prefer not to have that one being shown. There you go. These are going out to YouTube, so if you really want, you can go and look at the YouTube stream, though it's not full size. Anyway, then here's that one. And of course, the funny one is on the side there, it is it's a photo from space. Anyway. So there you go. If you want, I'll give you pictures of all of them, and more carefully cover up the sensitive information. So, if you want.
All right. So we have tested the Iceland hypothesis, and it has not panned out.
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't have an Antarctica stamp either, so I guess it's like a stalemate for that one.
It's not a stalemate at all. That's confirmation. Right? You would not expect an Antarctica stamp because there is no country called Antarctica. There is no passport control when you enter Antarctica. It's only for collectors.
I'll let you have that one.
It's not legit, yeah.
I'll let you have that one for sure. That's all yours.
All right.
I need a scoreboard. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what next? Okay, so we have the Antarctica consideration files, or the Iceland consideration files.
Can you see my stream? McToon, do you know how to stream this to your YouTube so that your viewers can see it?
I see it.
Fraud.
I see it there, yes. I see Winter Patriot 45. Okay.
Can you put it on your YouTube so your viewers?
Yeah, it is. Like full size. So, QOP. I made you a mod on my YouTube stream, so you can post links there if you want. I know you're busy. You don't need to or anything. I'm just so you know.
Okay. I just want you to blow it up as much as possible because these little artifacts are very hard to see. Can you guys see this is my first?
So I can see the blue. I honestly can't make out a whole lot of detail there. There's like a little white light down in the lower right quadrant.
Yeah, it's just a reflection from his TV screen. Do you see the gray line that's like diagonal on the corner there going down?
Tops to the bottom to the bottom right. Yeah.
Yeah, from the top center.
It's
to the
pretty faint, but let me.
Yes.
Here,
it's not that faint. It's actually more faint now. So this is something that someone found in the time. No, it's not the time lapse. This is in the 360, I believe.
So what is the theory about this?
Well, so this disappeared when Witsit posted his 360. Is it the 360? I forget which one is that.
So these are taken with two different 360 cameras, or was it the same footage that two different people posted?
So I can explain. So Witsit couldn't figure out how to get his own 360 working because he sucks at tech apparently. and he said he needed to update the firmware on it, and he said that he didn't have access to the Wi-Fi to update the firmware, even though he did have access to the Wi-Fi, because he admitted that he intentionally stole the Wi-Fi without permission, even though he actually had permission, but he thought he was stealing it. He thought he was stealing it, and within an hour of it being up, he had the Wi-Fi, so he could have updated his Insta360's firmware, but still didn't. Anyway, this was not his. This was video that Will gave to Witsit, right? So this is off of Witsit's channel. Okay.
Yeah, I get all that. So this screenshot is from someone else uploaded it. I believe it's either Witsit uploaded it or someone else. This is
Man of Stone did one.
This is originally what you could see in the sky when you look. Now when you go to Witsit's 360 24-hour time lapse, you can find it in the same location here. I could actually, like, if you look up that video, Winter Patriot 24 Hours of Fraud, and you just go where he found this, you can find the same thing, but it's way more faint. Witsit, you can blame Witsit if you want. Witsit took this artifact, right, that was in the 360 footage that he basically took from someone else. He reposted it with it all blended in better, so you can't find it. But I found it. So here's the next slide where I find the same line. I had to blow up the contrast really high to get it to even be visible. So you see the same 45-degree angle right there. It's the same exact location I found it. And it's completely dim. It's almost impossible to find unless you have a very keen eye for this kind of thing. And
so is this like a chemtrail?
That's very funny, but chemtrails aren't 45-degree geometry like that.
So what is it?
So there's a lot of theories, but it shouldn't be in the sky if the sky is real. The sky isn't made of lines like this. This is either someone's layer. There's either a layer here that is just composited together, different layers in the sky. Or one of my theories, which isn't my theory anymore, is that they're inside like a Amazon type of studio with all these panels that have kind of splits in between them like this. But that's not my theory anymore. So it's pretty much just something left over from someone not blending in layers that are. When you piece together, obviously the whole sky isn't just painted blue with one color. You know what I mean? It's shades that all kind of fit together, and when you don't blend them, you get stuff like this.
So when you looked at the same video that was posted on Will Duffy's channel, did you find it there?
No, but I found them all over this one. So you want me to I have to go come through that one?
Well, Witsit had a very poor render. Whatever he did, it was pretty mangled. But you should look at the one on Will Duffy's channel, or even better, you should look at the source if you want. If you want, I will gladly.
This was rendered. This is, like I said, this is the second time it was uploaded, and it's changed now.
It wasn't uploaded. Witsit didn't upload it twice. Witsit only uploaded his video once, right?
I'm not sure where Winter Patriot got the first one is not the one I got this from. So he if you're saying this is from an artifact from compression,
of course, yeah.
He got the same exact artifact in the same location from his compression from him doing it.
Yeah, you'd expect if there's a compression artifact, you'd expect it to be in all copies, right?
From two different uploads.
What two different uploads?
I'm not sure where Winter Patriot got the.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not sure doesn't cut it. Right?
Okay, this is just the beginning.
Witsit uploaded, to my knowledge, not two copies of the same thing. He uploaded, I think, in just a second, in 3 parts. In 3 parts, he uploaded the 24-hour real time, and it was mangled. It was goofy. And then he did, I think, the 36-hour time lapse that Will gave him as well. And both of them were somehow not uploaded correctly. I don't know how he didn't do it correctly, because both myself and Dave McKeegan used the Insta360 Studio and managed to get a good render. So the Dave McKeegan posted his time lapse, and Dave rendered the one that Will Duffy posted on his channel. That's the 36-hour time lapse. Dave rendered that, and I don't know if it's Dave or myself, but we both rendered the one that's currently on Will's page. I think that's Dave's, and the one that Will has not yet published but is currently on his channel, unlisted. Also, that one I rendered and uploaded. So, but Witsit, to my knowledge, uploaded the 24-hour in 3 parts one time, and the time lapse one time. So if you're saying there's 2 different uploads, then you're going to need to substantiate which upload you're talking about, right? And you already said, fine, we can let it go. So I'll give you this. If you want, I can give you a link to the original collection of Insta360 video files. Each of them is about 1 terabyte. If you want to look at them and peruse them.
Okay.
Was I lagging or him?
I don't know. I think it was Toon, but.
Okay, sick. All right, well, so moving on. The camp, your Union Glacier camp, where I believe you slept, is not in this Union Glacier shot of the sun right here.
All right. So yes. So we do not have a chain of. We do not have a chain of custody for the video with the line across the sky. So now we are moving on to what? What is our next stop?
Okay, so you're saying here that the top one you're saying is that's from what we call halfway point. Yeah, and you can't see the camp. The reason why is because there's a hill.
It's a hill.
Yeah. So snow is a solid. Ice is just hold on me. Ice is a solid, and like dirt and rocks and sand and things like that, it forms hills and valleys and topography. And so there's topography between the camp that we were at and the main camp.
I don't see any what do you guys see? I'm hallucinating a very flat plane here up to the mountain horizon.
How did you measure that?
I'm just looking at it.
Okay, so you didn't measure it. Okay, got it.
Okay, is there topography here? Which is the topography?
Yep, there's topography there. Yep. Okay, so you can see that edge there. That's the top of that's the rise of the hill.
Okay, so
Now,
the
did
camp
you?
is behind this?
So now,
this
So,
looking topography?
so here's the cool thing. Dave McKeegan posted. I'm sure you've watched it because you wanted to do your research on this. I'm sure you've watched the video that Dave McKeegan posted of the plane coming in to land at camp, and as it got obstructed bottom up by the horizon. Right, it's pretty cool. It comes into land, and then like it just keeps going down. So for a while, you just see the tail of the plane sticking up. And yes, it's a hill.
Where's that perspective?
It's a hill. There's a hill of that white fluffy stuff, which is not really snow. It's more ice crystals. So yeah, So if you did your homework, you would have seen that. Or if you would have watched either of the two full 360 time lapses that are real time, so both Will's on Will's channel and mine on my channel, it gives a full 48 hours of time, and there's multiple planes that come and land, and in those you can zoom in on the planes and you can see them come in and land. And like I said, if you want, I'll send you the original videos and you can get the highest resolution from them.
So just to be clear, you're saying the camp is there behind this hill?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to see. Do you have any other pictures of flat hills?
It's not flat.
Maybe we're looking at different pictures. I'll move on. That's not really important. There is. Here's my next picture, or your guys' next picture. We have a missing DSLR. I believe that's a.
What?
We got a camera on a tripod, and we got a shadow of just the tripod. God, it's not good when you guys don't check all the shadows that the AI recreates.
So wait, where's the DSLR?
It's right at the bottom of the picture there.
That's not a DSLR.
All right. Well, I'm just guessing there's a camera there, right?
No.
Okay, whatever that is, it's not on top of the tripod.
Yes, it is. So what you're looking at is a view through an Insta360. Have you ever used an Insta360?
Yeah,
They're pretty. Oh, it certainly does. So an Insta360. Oh, I'll get one. Hold on, I got it. I have the same model. All right. Yeah. Here's, you can see me. Okay. So here's my Insta360. I'll take it off this mount that I have here, and I'll show you. It's got two cameras on it.
I know.
Yeah.
On opposing sides.
Okay. So here's
center point. You can't see anything.
I was explaining. You don't need, hey, the audience wants to hear.
Right?
The audience wants to hear. So right here is the base. And so on Dave McKeegan's got a regular tripod, and you can see the shadow of it there. And then it's got a shoe mount, and then his Insta360 has a 1/4-20 female here, and then the shoe mount, it's not a shoe mount, it's a tripod mount, goes into that 1/4-20 connector there, right? And then it sits on there, and it sits on the actual base there of the tripod. And that knob that you see sticking out is the screw-in knob to tighten the it's not a shoe. I keep wanting to say a shoe, but it's the part of the plastic thing that screws into the bottom of the camera. And it looks a little weird because you're seeing from one lens down and from the other lens down, and it's stitching it together. So the DSLR that you're talking about is to the left. It's off screen. And if you had done your own research, because this is a 360 time lapse, that's paused. You could just pan that view to the left and see the DSLR that is in the shadow there. I mean, are you starting off with your worst stuff on purpose?
Yeah, no, it's not
okay.
slow, but I actually got rid of some of the footage that has a lot of the 360 scene that actually does seem like it's the 360 scene cutting stuff off, and I'm gonna bring it back to the
adapter is the word I was looking for. Yeah, you can see there you can see some stitching there. Yeah.
So if you look, it's everything at that stitch area is gonna be obstructed, right? From the bottom to the top of the image, you see your hand is obstructed. The bottom thing is ghosting at the side there.
Yeah,
right?
you know what that is there that you're looking at on the side?
Well, real quick. Yeah, what? Yeah, whatever. I don't care what it is. I'm just showing that the thing is being obstructed by that 360 scene, which doesn't have a lens. It's kind of I know
right here, like there.
Here,
it's this. That's pretty cool.
Here, the bottom, where you're claiming the seam is hiding something, at the top of that tripod shadow, that nowhere along the line of where you're claiming this 360 seam is making things disappear is anything disappearing. So just like I'm pointing out here, the entire line from bottom to top is being there's nothing being picked up because there's a 360 seam that can't see that angle very close to it, right? Okay, here nothing is being hidden. So you're just using that as an excuse because there's obviously something missing at the top of the shadow. So that's a point for me.
I gotcha here. So here is, you can see on right. Will had a plug, a USB-C plug like this, okay? Just a straight plug. It went right into the camera, and then it had to come out and bend. So it was away from the body of the camera, like this, right? This is how it plugged in, like that. Stop interrupting, just listen, okay? Okay, I let you talk a lot, okay? So, and so it was like this, sitting on the tripod, and so the lens can see this. Now, Dave McKeegan, he's pretty smart, and he did, where'd it go? He got a USB-C with a 90-degree turn on it, so that he can plug it in, and it goes right next to the camera and goes down to the battery pack, and it doesn't get picked up on the lens. Dave is a smart guy. He ordered this ahead of time and brought it with him. Pretty cool guy. So that's why. So since then, I bought one for myself because when I use this to film Ultimate Frisbee games, and I don't want that in the scene. There you go.
This is just a non sequitur, though. It's just a non sequitur.
It's not a non sequitur whatsoever. It's perfectly addressing your claim.
No, my point is the picture, and there's nothing missing in the picture except the AI forgot to put the.
There's nothing. There's nothing there to be missing. What should be missing? What's missing?
There's a tripod shadow with nothing on top of it. This is the thing on the tripod.
Yeah,
in the picture,
it's the adapter, right? It's in the shadow.
It's in the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow shows it. It's not big, and because it's because it's messed up by the stitch, it's not shown correctly. But I'll pull it up here. Let's see. We've got.
I mean, I'm happy with that answer. Like, I feel like I
No, we're gonna pull it up here.
You don't have to dig
So there is. Which was it? The here's the 25-minute time lapse. I'll share it here. Oh my gosh, I don't need to add. Just a second. This is going to be good. I will share this to my. I'll put this in my live chat, and let me see if I can get it over here in the Omnipresence text chat. So there is Dave's video, and what? How many minutes into the video was that? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's right here. So look at this. So there it is. If you see, I did what you didn't do. All right, I'm going to share this to. Oh my gosh, why you never do your own homework? Like I even like told you, like before in our chat. I'm like, hey, do some homework here. Don't just don't just get the meme quality. You don't get somebody else's work. Get the go to the source. But you didn't go to the source.
What you're claiming you found.
All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Just a second. Oh, there we go. Get that out of there. Okay, so it's up on my live stream right just a second right now. So there you go. So here is you can see this is the adapter and it's stitched. So everybody's seeing it in my live stream. Well, I wonder if I can probably share this, right?
Yeah.
I can't share my screen.
I'm watching your live stream. I don't know what that has to do.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is all right. We'll go back to my live stream. So there it is. There's the tripod with the knob there, right? And this is not what the top of the tripod looks like. This is a result of the stitching. And then right off here is the Insta360 is on top of it, and it's it's not super big, and the adapter is also not very.
Where's the shadow for that giant bulky object?
It's not giant or bulky. It's small. Why do you think it's
tripod legs?
Why do you think it's why do you think it's so big? It's right there.
Smaller than tripod legs or bigger than tripod legs?
In the shadow here? Yeah, so
no, just my question. Not whatever.
Is
that object bigger than tripod legs or smaller?
Oh my gosh, it's horizontal.
Is it thick?
It's horizontal.
Is it thicker or not? Bigger or smaller?
It's probably a little bit smaller because it's horizontal.
It's that smaller than tripod legs? Oh, I'm so happy, bro. You say the funniest things when we debate.
All right, here.
I told you you're just digging a deeper hole, bro.
There we go.
We should move on.
There it is. This is. Hold on.
I don't want to.
There we go. You can see it. You can see it here. All right. You can see right there. Here's the knob sticking out. You see it's on. You see the knob. You see the knobs on the left side here. And then there it is. There it is.
That thing holding it, bro.
There it is.
That's the thing holding it.
Yes, that's what I said it was. It's the thing holding it. It's on the top of the tripod. It's holding the Insta360. Why didn't you just go to his original video so that you understood what you were looking at instead of just copying somebody else's meme? That's kind of lazy.
All right, this is just the beginning, bro. Let's move on.
All right, hold on. I got to write down that Insta360 stitch. Okay, Bob, what's next?
All right, here's where it gets fun. That is the TFE logo.
Yes, it is.
Appearing on people's clothes.
Yes.
And the wall.
Yes. You didn't know about that? We addressed that while we were there.
I know.
You know, so you're bringing it up now, even though you know.
Oh, I have a couple more.
Like this is where it gets fun. So Will uses a green screen when he's at home. Yep. So Will uses a green screen when he's at home, and he did not turn off the green screen filter in his live streaming software.
Got it.
Yeah. And so this proves that it's not green screen in the background, because if it was, you'd just see the TFE background.
True. Wait. Okay. So
I'm sorry,
saying,
people. You do need this.
I'm just a flat earther. I'm confused. I need to be taught. So you're saying Will uses a green screen at home, right?
Yes.
Can I see? Do you have a picture of the screen or anything, or Will using it?
Just go to his channel. Oh my gosh.
Well, he obviously has it.
Oh my gosh.
He never has the actual.
Do you need? There it is. Do you need somebody to hold your willy while you take a whiz? Here it is. Here he is sitting down in front of his green screen. See that? It's on my live stream right now. Oh no, wait, it's not on my live stream. There it is. There's my live stream. There he is in front of the green screen. See that?
Oh my god.
That's not the actual background of the room that he's sitting in. So this same green screen effect was on when we were in Antarctica, but there's not a lot of things that are green when he's standing out there with his back to the sky. And so then when he did the live stream, then John.
Wait, can you show the part that's green?
That's not how green screens work. You don't see the green.
Yes,
Holy crap. You don't see the green in a green screen when they're using a green screen. Are you this confused? Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to see what the screen he was using was.
Hold on, oh my gosh.
Bro, this is not helping your case, bro. I'm just trying to figure out what color the screen he's using is.
Green.
I'm gonna guess green.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna show me that. Okay, no. I know he's got a chroma key layer on the green screen, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I was asking what the color of the screen was that he's chroma keying. Oh wait, it's green, right?
Green. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So everyone heard McToon say it, because now he's screwed, because it's not green that is being chroma keyed out of the TFE footage. It's light blue. So if the setting was left to chroma key green out of the footage that Will Duffy was making, then why did the chroma key footage get rid of everything on people's blue clothing when you just said yourself his screen is green? So you have to pick the color that gets chroma keyed out in the settings when you do this. It's not just going to get rid of blue and green and red and everything. No, it's very specific. And only blue things, just like Will Duffy's clothes right here. This guy's shirt is blue. This guy, Will Duffy's jacket is blue.
Wait, go back on that one. Go back on that one. Go back on that one. That's a good one. Where you see Will?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Pause. You see how? Yeah. So what is circle? What is that we're seeing, that white circle in the middle with black around it? What is that? That is an internal lens reflection of the sun. It's
fine. I don't even care. You want to harp on that?
No. What it's doing is it's blowing out all the colors there, and that's why you're seeing this around it. So when you, I imagine you probably have never used chroma key. So when you use a chroma key, you get to set how aggressive it is at pulling out colors, and you have to tune it because the entire green screen isn't perfectly the same shade of green. So you need to tune how aggressive it is. And so things that are not just the one exact Pantone of green get pulled out. So whatever we're seeing here, we're seeing things that are getting blown out. So that's what we're seeing here. This isn't, but all that you're saying here in the end is that it's completely defeating you because what we're seeing is the black TFE logo. It's not helping you.
Oh yeah, no, I got that. No, yeah. But so you would agree in this shot right here, we have a blue jacket that we could call it sky blue, right? And we wouldn't call it green, right?
What I said is this is getting blown out. You can see how bright it is around there. So that's the sun. That's the sun shining directly on that, and it's blowing out the sensors there. It's not a non sequitur. It's perfectly addressing your topic. It's the opposite of a non sequitur.
Okay, so is this jacket blue?
Yes.
So the jacket is blue, and you said that Duffy has a green screen, literally green, and he chroma keys the green to put his TFE background on it, and that he just left that setting on. So why are blue things being chroma keyed?
It's not blue. It's washed out. It's washed out white.
No, it's basically the color of the sky.
That's the sun. That's the sun shining directly on that, and it's blowing out the color.
It's just interesting because the sky is what's in question, right? So that the light blue sky that is the same color as everything being chroma keyed, and that the camera and the live stream software is replacing things on, is literally the color that we would assume as flat earthers, conspiratards, we would assume is being replaced in the sky by a composite CGI sky.
It makes no sense at all. We would be seeing the black TFE logo in the background. That's not what we're seeing. We're seeing the blue sky. It's the opposite of what you think it is. I can't believe that you're this dumb. It's hard to imagine living life like that.
So, I mean, you said I don't know about chroma key stuff, but you don't.
Obviously, you don't. Yeah, you've never used chroma key before, so maybe you should talk to somebody that's used chroma key before and get a little more idea of what's going on here. Right? This is you has zero experience using chroma key, pretending like you're an expert in chroma key. Right? This is top left defined.
Well, you agree that like if when you're using chroma key, you can replace different areas of the set with different layers, right?
Different layers of what?
You can have some things being replaced by one layer and then another thing being replaced by another layer, right? Because you can create all kinds of different artificial set chroma keyed layers in a video just by picking what each thing is.
What the hell are you talking about?
So when you use chroma key, you think it's only one layer that you can use to put all over everything that is being chroma keyed out?
Why would he have the black TFE logo as the chroma key? That makes no sense.
No, I'm saying that there's obviously other layers being also replaced. There are other things in the shot.
Obviously. Okay. What color are these other things you're talking about?
Well, the sky is literally the color that's being chroma keyed out everywhere else in the footage. So
it's the opposite of what you're claiming. So it's definitely not chroma key, is what you're saying.
What's the opposite of what I'm claiming? What?
It went over your head.
All right. But yeah. So
all right. So 6.
This blue that's being chroma keyed out. Is very prevalent in the video. Everyone's wearing blue for some reason. That's kind of starts to.
Literally, I'm wearing black there. Wow. Oh yeah. That didn't go far.
Most people are. Most people are dressed in blue for some reason.
So not all. You said all, but not all. Some. A subset of all.
So
less than all are wearing blue.
So when working with when chroma key layers, if you're going to replace a sky with a completely artificial chroma keyed sky, by wearing blue, what you do is you get rid of the unnatural edges in between the background behind you, which is artificial, and your jacket and your clothes. So the reason for wearing all these blue clothes is to make the scene seem more natural. By the chroma key software basically gets rid of any extra things around the edges to make it blend in with the artificial scenario more.
So what color do you think the sky chroma key was?
Well, so I believe you guys were in possibly in in an actual area with snow on the ground and a blue sky that you could just chroma key out with the replacement sky that's made of different layers.
So you think the sky was blue and the blue was chroma keyed out with blue, and even though the blue was chroma keyed out, the blue coats didn't get chroma keyed out. Holy crap! This is next level.
Well, the software,
wow.
You can pick the exact hue. That's why the things like his pocket were being chroma keyed, because the hue was matching the sky color that you guys had chroma keyed.
But his pocket is green.
No, that's like turquoise.
Is turquoise a subset of green?
Well, it's closer to the sky than green.
Oh my gosh. So
You wouldn't agree that's more like a shade of blue?
I'm colorblind. I don't know.
You love when we talk.
Wow. Wow. So
Here, what someone did was they reduced the blue in this image, and none of the jackets and all these blue things in the shot.
but look at the shadow.
get
But look at the shadow. The shadow.
Because the shadows are fake too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that's why they look so strange. That's why they turn green. You
There's
see
so
how
much.
everything that's fake, basically in the shot, the blues are being removed from when you turn down the blues, except for these jackets, because these are in a different layer.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
something that you guys actually shot, so it's not coming in as the blues,
Wow.
as all the rest of the blues are being reduced.
Wow, this is desperation. So
why are the blues retained even though the blues being reduced in this image?
you have one sample. Super.
I mean, that doesn't happen if you just take a picture of someone in a blue jacket.
This is a good point. Kango44 says he keeps saying chroma key, then AI. You don't need chroma key if you're using generative AI. You can do image segmentation without a solid color background. Yeah, you got to make up your mind. Which one is it?
Okay.
I mean, it's everything. It's everything all at the same time mixed together. Whatever thing you need to get out of the corner you painted yourself in, that's the thing that it is now.
I'm really excited. So this is the death blow to TFE. I can show the actual footage of the 24-hour time lapse from Dave McKeegan, but I guess you guys could probably just believe me that this is from it. On the left, we have. You guys want to watch the actual footage? Or I don't want to get this wrong. I'm not sure if the one on the left at the beginning.
It's okay. You're gonna get it wrong. But okay.
That's a little at home.
That's an insult.
Either one of these is at the beginning. So one of these is at the beginning of the footage, and one of them is at the end.
Yes.
You see how they have different clouds, so they're obviously different points in the footage. But if you look at the mountain, the tripod, this is the same exact location. Now, what happens is a cloud appears above the sun at the same exact position.
Point to the cloud. No, point to the cloud above the sun, not the lens flare. Point to the cloud above the sun. That's a lens flare. Point to the cloud.
I was hoping you called this cloud a lens flare, so I'm prepared. Let's just go with lens flare for now.
Again, you've never used an Insta360, right? You've never held one in your hand. You've never seen one in person, right?
That's besides the argument.
And you think that you know what an Insta360 is. This is top left again. Okay. It's an insult. It's an insult, not an ad hom.
So I could
learn the difference.
I don't know if I want to debate that this is a cloud and not a.
That's a lens flare. That's exactly how a lens flare behaves.
It's a very cloudy looking lens flare.
So now what are Insta360? Oh, I shouldn't ask you because you have no damn clue how Insta360s work. Well, here I have an Insta360 in my hand right now. Do you see this right here? You see this thing right here? This isn't the lens. This is a cover over the lens. The lens is underneath it, right? This comes off. It's a little difficult to take off.
We can go with lens flare.
Here we go. Look at this. Hold on. Watch this.
I wanted to.
Hold on. Look.
I wanted you to say lens flare.
Listen. Shh. Here is the cover. Now this is a cover. Here's the lens. And so what you're seeing is the sun reflecting off of this right here.
I know what a lens flare is, bro. I know. Okay.
You've never used an Insta360. You don't know what it looks like to look through an Insta360 when the sun is shining on it.
Okay. So.
I smudged up my lens, but I got it covered. I'm good.
So you're claiming that at the beginning of the 24-hour footage and at the end, when the sun is at the same position, roughly, right? Because it's the globe model does in both models, like the sun is not in the same exact position, but it's close enough to create the same lens flare. You're saying, right?
In the globe model, it's in a different position. In the flat Earth model, you have no damn clue where the sun is.
Okay, that's
fair,
fine.
Right? That's completely true. You don't know where the sun is.
Sure. In your whatever. In reality, the sun. For the lens flare to repeat like this as perfectly as it does, right? In the same position, the same exact lens flare, you would say the sun has to be in the same exact position, right?
Yeah, very close. Very close.
And the lens has to be basically the same, right?
Basically the same, yeah.
Okay, so what we have here is when we take those two shots and we put them on top of each other, and we make one of them translucent, they don't match up when you keep them.
Yeah, so like I said, not exactly the same, basically the same. I couched my words that they should not be identical because it's different days and the sun is at a different elevation.
Well, the problem is it seems like your tripod sunk in the fake snow or whatever kind of floor we got here, and the tripod is really start to lean over on the edge, which kind of makes a problem for your argument of this being a lens flare with the same exact angle coming into the lens from the sun. If it's all
right. So if you had ever used an Insta360, you would know that there's an internal accelerator.
That's your argument for everything. I've never used an Insta360.
I wasn't done talking. This isn't an ad hom or an insult. You've never used an Insta360, therefore you're ignorant of it. Therefore, your opinion on these matters is not very valuable. I have used an Insta360. I have one with me.
Okay,
hold on. Hold on. Let me finish. So there's an accelerometer, a three-axis accelerometer in the camera. So it doesn't matter what orientation you hold the camera. It knows which way is up and down because of that, because gravity pulls it down, and it knows because of the accelerometer. And so when you hold the camera, for example, like this, and if you rotate it like that, then in the Insta360 Studio, it doesn't rotate like that. But there are some little shifts that happen. I was filming an Ultimate Frisbee game, and the whole thing actually in the second half, the whole view of it, even though I was pointing one direction, it all just flipped around about 90 degrees. And so I had to go in and I had to put a keyframe before it did that and after it did that. I don't know why it did that. It was some sort of an error in the camera. In the end, of course, the video was just fine, but it's not a perfect accelerometer. So there's nothing unusual about that. I would recommend that you go get an Insta360 and use it for a while. and see how they work and see if you know these things that you think are an issue are an issue, because everybody that's looking at these things has no depth in the topic.
Just trying to figure out how to do something, so I didn't mind the long add-on because I needed some time, but it's okay. We can move on because I have here what I was trying to do. So here is them side by side, right next to each other. That was kind of redundant. As you can see, this is not a lens flare. This is a little dissipating cloud, and it is literally identical. The pixels are, I can't even tell you how identical this is. It's literally like every part of this dissipated little cloud that they repeat in 2 parts of this video because they were lazy or something. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is that the one on the right, the brightness, or I would say, yeah, the brightness of the one on the right is turned up a little bit, and the one on the left is a little dimmer. So that's the only reason that this one is kind of a little stands out.
So they're not
brighter,
identical.
Same exact, completely identical. Just the brightness is the only thing. If I took this and brightened it up, it would literally match this perfectly. And the reason it's a little odd also that the brightness is up on this one is what?
Did you fart?
No, I don't know really what was going on with that one, but it just doesn't really This is the same exact cloud, so someone had to literally like just use the same cloud, but then also turn up the brightness to match the end of the video, which was probably for some reason the hue of the sky was a little bit different. But you see, like this whole shape in here is extremely like non-natural. So the whole thing about this is like fake.
Because it's a reflection off of the lens cover. As I said already, go get an Insta360, go bring it out into the bright sunlight. You'll see it happens. And that's not a cloud. It's not the right direction for the cloud. The clouds were coming from the mountains on the left side of the frame there, scooping up off the mountain. And you can see in the second day footage, you can see this line that goes across from this mountain. There's this range to the south of us where it kind of was scooping the air, and it kept having a pretty consistent cloud. You can kind of see it there on the left photo, or the left frame. So that's where the clouds were all coming from. And they weren't vertical like that, going from bottom right to top left. They're going mostly horizontal from left to right. So you're seeing a 24-hour sun in a lens flare is what you're doing there. I mean, you're just basically confirming that we saw a 24-hour sun.
That's interesting. Yeah, so this pretty much debunks TFE. I mean, you got a dissipating cloud. That's the exact same thing.
It's a lens flare. It's a lens flare, you absolute idiot. And that's an insult, not an ad hom. Get the difference. You are an idiot. This is a lens flare. Go get an Insta360. Go test it yourself.
Okay. Well, the sun is moving to the left, right?
Correct.
This lens flare you claim is moving to the right.
Correct.
Okay, so the lens flare would track the sun if it was, coming from the sunlight.
No.
It's literally going the opposite direction.
That's right. That's what it should do.
No, that's not true.
Go get an Insta360. Go test it yourself.
You see how it flattens out at the bottom there?
The lens flare? Yes, it's oh my gosh. It's a lens flare, you idiot.
This sun right here is literally just a layer, and it's square probably, or the top of it's square. So this cloud that they repeat.
You know nothing of this topic whatsoever. This is Dunning-Kruger to the highest degree. You have no clue what you're talking about. None of this is how these things are done.
I promise. If you guys
I promise you're an idiot and you don't know anything about this topic.
You'll never find a lens flare that looks like this.
Go get an Insta360 and go try it for yourself.
Why wouldn't?
And so that Insta360 was using the stock lens cover. You can purchase an upgraded lens cover, which I have for this one here. Dave did not get that. He just had the stock lens cover. Go ahead, go grab one. Go test it. It's an Insta360 X4. They're probably a little cheaper in price since the X5 just came out.
Yeah, I don't know how that fixes your problem here.
It's not a problem at all. That is exactly what you expect from lens flare. There's nothing unusual about this. I don't know why lens flares are such a mystery to flat earthers.
I'm actually seeing a square around this little cloud here.
Oh my gosh. Which mushrooms did you eat?
Would that be a bad thing?
Yes. Yeah, whichever ones you ate, don't eat them again. Monkey Cat Pat says, I paid for this. Take my money, Toon. Raza43 is a new member at Newton. Good for him. Thank you. All right, what's this?
There's another thing. Some people pointed out that your hair grew unprecedentedly fast in 3 days.
So when I was in Antarctica, I did not have my my hair gel because it was on my carry-on. I had 2 carry-ons. I didn't bring one of the carry-ons with me. It stayed on the airplane and flew back to South America. And then the next day, they sent it on the cargo plane. So I didn't have any hair gel, and so my hair was all non-gel. But back in Punta Arenas, I had hair gel, so that's what you're seeing there. I have hair gel in right now. It's crusty. If you were to feel it, you'd feel it's got a little bit of a crunch to it.
Well, you see how your hair is like edged on the side there, like it's pretty low. Like in the other image, like it's come in there pretty good already in 3 days. It's pretty,
different lighting, different camera. Or maybe that's the same camera. Are those both from my live stream? No, that bottom one, I don't know. I don't think that's from my live stream, was it? The bottom left? Maybe it was. It was getting to be about 10, close to 10 degrees there. So, all right, what do we got now? All right, here, let me write this down. Hair grew. Wow. All right, what's this one?
Well, you let me show stuff for longer than I thought I'd be able to, so I'm just seeing what else I got here.
Wow, that's a bit of a reach even for a flare. All right, what do you think about that? Raza 43 is a new member at Newton. Said that already. Clem's, lots of S's, says, I'm surprised that flat earthers have put out a bad quality video and haven't. Have put out and say aliens. They need to move on from flat earth eventually, right? Yeah. A lot of them do like to talk about aliens. They're like, the alien invasion, they're going to believe the alien invasion. Some of them say the aliens come from the outer lands, so that's kind of funny. Astrokate Sathix says, flirts greatly inflate the capabilities of AI. They do. Yes. And of course, they're looking at, they have no way of evaluating things that, they start with the conclusion and they stick with that. All right, what's this one here?
Your ad homs are really great for me being able to
insult. Know the difference. Why are flat earthers so stupid they can't know the difference between ad hom and insult?
That was an ad hom too.
That was an insult, not an ad hom.
We're debating.
My goodness, I'll bring it up.
This one's funny. So this drone. So you guys are you guys use this drone to somehow prove that you're not in a green screen studio yet.
Yes.
You still didn't go far enough to prove that you're not in just a very large green screen studio. It's very strange that you guys thought this was a good idea. So it beeps when it's next to you, and then it stops beeping, and then it goes farther.
Yeah, it goes past me
again.
No, it started beeping again when it started coming toward me again. When it was past me, it didn't start beeping again. Yep, it came toward me. It was beeping because proximity. Then it went past me and it stopped beeping. And then he went however far he went. And then it came back toward him. And as it came near me again, it started beeping again as expected. And then when it wasn't near me, it wasn't beeping. Then it got near Will. And it started beeping again.
Okay, let's check out where it beeps. This might have annoying music because I just took it off someone else's video. So, oh, what the fuck? Why won't it let me play? It's fucking weird. Sorry, I just got a Mac. It was a bad decision. Milk was a bad choice.
I'm gonna go backward. So obviously,
sorry about the music.
Why is there music?
I don't know, dude. It's fucking annoying. But the music is also its own.
Why don't you go to the source for anything? I literally asked you while in the group chat between myself and Omni. I told you, don't go to somebody else's work. Go to the source. Why don't you go to the source? Are you that lazy? Insult again. Insult, not at him.
So it's beeping next to you.
McToon is also live stream.
And now it went farther, and it's beeping over there. And now you're following. Now you're chasing it.
All right. I'm gonna go back.
That's awkward.
All right. Here, I will go to the source. Unlike you. These videos are available for free on the internet, on YouTube, for you to just go and grab and look at yourself with nobody else to stop you. So I'll pull up the original of that one there. That one, I think, was on my Conspiracy Tunes channel. Where the guns, Flight to Antarctica. Maybe that was not on Conspiracy Tunes. That was on my other one. All right, MC. All right, live. I do a lot of lives on my live channel, so... Oh, no, it's not on that one. It is on Conspiracy Tunes. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. That's why. Hold on. There it is. There's the source. Okay. So I'll put it in my live chat. I'll put it in the Omni live chat here. Right? And then I will. All right. So here it is on my Conspiracy Tunes channel. And I give a quick tour of the different things. And so here I am behind Will.
He is live streaming.
See that?
So we are both live streaming each other. That would not be possible if there was a green screen. Hello. Number two. I am.
All right. So here I'm walking backward.
It'd be quite a green screen to have all this going on.
That was green in color. Which was removed.
All right. So here I am back a ways from where Will is, but still in his video. And let's get it where he has his drone flying. All right. Here it is. So I'm following it, and then I stop following it. Thank you, Tony. So you don't hear the beeping where I am because I'm not holding the remote. Will is.
Okay, yeah, so how does that help? So why are you showing that if we don't hear the beeping?
So now it's coming back toward me again. Watch this. See that? And so it will be beeping right now because it's close to me again.
I just showed it beep when you were far from it, and then you had to go chase it.
All right, so now let's go to Will's live stream. The one you didn't want to look at for some reason. So, final day. Here we go.
All right, my drone.
All right, there I am in the background.
Show you that there is no green screen behind me. So,
all right, so you can hear the little chatter from the voice there. Oh, hold on, it's not showing on my. Wrong one. Hold on, I need to get the correct one on my my screen here. That's not it. For some reason, the wrong one came up, so there we go. I thought it was up, so all right.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me with the drone, but I'm also going to record what the drone is videoing, which is my screen. And I'm going to go backward. So obviously, there was a green screen.
So it was beeping, then it got close to me and it stopped beeping as much.
This drone would not be able to fly backward toward
No beeping, it's past me, not beeping. It's a super slow speed beeping.
McToon, who's also live streaming.
No beeps. Now I'm getting in the way, it's coming
Also
back.
filming the drone. All right, now I'm going to come right back to us.
Look at that. All that time with no beeping. All that time with no beeping.
That was a weird way to describe it. I hope your audience saw the video while you described it like that.
Alright.
It's kind of weird.
All right, have we concluded Beatgate?
All right, we have. Yeah, we've demolished him on that.
All right.
If you say so.
All right, I will. I'll post Will's video in the chat there, and in the live chat on YouTube. There you go. Everybody can now look. So let me read this here quick. An ad hom, you would attack the opponent's character or personal traits in an attempt to undermine their argument. See, that's an ad hom. An insult is you're stupid. An ad hom is you're wrong because you're stupid. You see the difference?
I didn't say anything.
All right. Or more like,
I think you're lagging.
you're wrong because you smell funny. You see, that's an ad hom.
Did you
Oh yeah,
rewind in time?
and then let's see, I forgot about that. That's right. Dave McKeegan, he's back. You see that way back there? Dave McKeegan is way in the background there. He
I'm
went.
streaming another video. I got another
Okay.
interesting one.
All right. I'm watching. Go ahead. All right.
For some
So,
reason, your head doesn't block out the sunlight in the fake.
oh my
fake
gosh.
sun footage.
All right. It's 8 is drone beeping, and 9 is glare. All right. So what you're seeing there is the sun. You see that big old weird shaped blotch? That's not the sun. That's the glare of the sun, and it's being compounded by the lens cover. That mangles it a little bit. So when I go behind that glare, I'm just going behind the glare. I'm not going behind the sun. You don't understand glare. That's the problem.
It's a
Yep.
weird looking sun, bro.
Yes, it is. It's a glare. It's glare. It's not the sun. It's glare, and it's being modified by the lens cover as well.
Some crazy refraction you Globers got going
It's
on.
not. It's not refraction.
It's bending around your head.
Just a second here.
It's like it doesn't even notice that your head is going in front of it. It's not even slightly altered.
It's just it. Of course not, because it's glare. All right, hold
Maybe you got
on.
a smaller head than you think. Maybe not such a big head.
All right, there we go. All
I'd
right.
like someone to show me
So
all
that-
I'd like someone to
are
show me
you-
a video that,
Seriously, are you so stupid that you don't understand glare?
at home.
Insult.
McToon.
Why are you so stupid that you don't understand glare? This is just making all flat earthers look stupid, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's why I do this. But that's glare. That's not the sun.
Is it coming from the sun?
Yes, it's blowing out the sensors and all the proximate sensors. How is this
Why
such
is
a baffling thing for you? You've never used a camera in the sun, have you? It's just
I've
this
never
is.
seen anything like this.
Of course not. You've never done anything. You've never done anything yourself. You've only parroted what other people told you to parrot.
So to steal menu, this can happen because I haven't done anything. That's what you're saying.
No, this can happen because it's normal, and you don't understand it because you haven't done anything.
This is normal. Okay, is this also normal? Oh my god, this fucking dude with this fucking music. Alright, look at this one. Ready? And it turns to 2. Oh god, what is that? Is the Insta? I'd like to know how the Insta 360 changes the sun behind this guy just because he got closer. It's like an intelligent Insta 360 that it's like motion detecting.
He's
Insta
on
360
the
now.
stitch line. My gosh.
Yeah, but why does him going there change the sun?
All right.
Look how wobbly.
No,
everything is.
number 4 was an Insta 360 stitch, and number 10 is an Insta 360 stitch.
Yeah, but the sun is literally like so. What would? So I'm just curious. Like, do you have like a reason why the sun would be shifting, like be changing from him getting closer to the camera?
Yes, it's the stitch.
it makes more
This
sense.
is software. This is software that's rendering things because
Well, yeah, no,
because
I,
it's
so we agree.
because
this is just fake renders.
no,
of-
this
of-
is
it's just software.
normal. This is normal Insta 360 stuff. Go get an
Look,
Insta
this is
360.
just
Go outside, put the sun on the stitch line, and go do stuff near the sun. That's what you're gonna see.
But you, so you're
His head
you're
distorts
admitting
too.
that this
Everything gets distorted on that line, especially when it's close to the camera. When things
Yes,
are
again,
farther away from the camera, it can stitch them better. But when they're close, they get all confused because the camera is trying to identify features on both sides of the stitch.
is- So just to steal menu correctly, the sky is being altered by software.
No, that's not a steel man. That's a lie.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said. The sky's not being altered. That is
sky's not
the
being altered?
no. That is the stitch between two lenses, and the software is trying to identify features on both sides of the lenses, right? Both of the independent videos, and trying to put them together and determine which is which. And since it doesn't have correct overlapping information, it has to interpolate things. That's what an Insta 360 does.
So
Go
there's no
go
Insta
get
360 here. What is-
go get an Insta
what is that?
360 and go try it.
So this is no. There's no Insta 360 here. What is appearing on that?
Well,
link there?
what's this video? Oh, that's a barrel. So they use 55-gallon barrels to outline the runway.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, this is a bad video. Why they include this?
Yep, because they're down.
All right, I'll give you that. That was dumb. I wasn't gonna actually even use
So
some
far,
of these things,
so far it's 11. It's 11 to me, 0 to you. All right. What else we got?
I don't know. Gotta go my other folder.
Oh,
I know
dude,
this
we're going deep. Deep. We're getting the second folder here.
Do you want to look at your shadows being
All right.
a little bit?
Oh, I was hoping you were. Liquid Flame says, if this is all they have, we're getting down to the dregs of the Flat Earth barrel. They're running out of arguments and getting desperate. For sure. All right, are you getting it yet? 1 year. There it is. All right, I've got the shadow one ready. As soon as you are. All right, are you ready on the shadows?
I'm hearing it.
I'll post it. I'll post it in the Omni chat already. There we go. All right, go ahead.
Well, the shadow is making a very intense angle change. Just from you walking like 3 feet.
Do you know?
point to-
Yeah. Do you know what's happening here? Do you notice how that table's moving? Why is that table moving?
Oh,
Why?
yeah, the guy's walking.
Oh, the guy's walking. So both of our angles are changing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty drastic though.
Yeah, it is because both of us are moving. Okay.
Would you agree that if the light source was closer, it would change more drastically than if it was farther?
No. That's exactly how parallel light functions. Okay. So I posted posted in. Oh, that's why it's not working right. I posted the video. Do you you see the video I posted? Oh, that's why. The Discord one. It's the wrong Discord one. Okay. Just a second here. I gotta make sure I get this correct. Discord event stage. There we go. Okay. So here is the video that I posted. It was 4 months ago. It was January 6th. I posted this. So shortly after we got back from Antarctica. So if you look at my YouTube live stream, you'll see I'm talking a little bit. But the important thing here is I'm gonna. All right. So look right there. Do you see these shadows? These shadows are pointing in different directions. See it?
Yeah, it's not as drastic as your shadow.
It's actually more drastic because on the left side there you can see it's very steep from the down to the left. It's even steeper than 45 degrees, and on the right side you can see it's steeper than 45 degrees the other way. So it's even more drastic than in the video that you showed there. And while we're at it, I did include a little explanation for people who don't understand glare. Just a second here. I think it's going to have a commercial. Maybe is that what that link is? Oh yeah. So here just a little bit here. Look at those red arrows. The angles there are very dramatic. You know, those red arrows. So, all right. But here they're parallel. Look at that. Amazing. So it depends where you're standing. All right. Now, oh yeah. Look how big that glare is. Look how big the sun is. You think the sun is actually that big. You think it's actually that big. But look, that pole is behind the sun. See that? That's amazing. The pole is behind the sun. How did it do that? How did the pole get behind the sun? It's not.
Yeah, I believe in perspective. It's usually
that's not perspective. That's glare.
I'm not looking at your video.
You're not looking at my video. Oh, there we go. There, I'm showing it again here. So here is. There you go. Look at how big the sun is now between me and the pole, isn't it? It must be. Look how giant the sun is, and the pole is behind it. I can't believe that flat earthers actually go for this one. It's very embarrassing for them. So embarrassing. Anyway, there we go. And look, now it's completely blocked. That gigantic sun is now blocked by that small pole. How did that happen? Look how big that sun is now. Amazing. My goodness, children. All right. Andrew Powers got timed out by a lot of people here. What did Andrew Powers do? Seems like he's a rather hateful person. Let's see. Wow. Andrew Powers is very butthurt. Yes. Yeah. It's okay. You can hide him on the channel if he's going there. Yeah, absolutely. That's the right thing to do. So, okay. Anyway, there we go. Back to yours. If you want to show whatever it is that you want to show there, go ahead. Are you doing anything? I don't hear if you're talking.
Yeah, I was just looking at this video. There's not too much
Are
interesting things.
you gonna go watch Logcats videos now? Live during debate here?
No, I'm just showing the different CGI glitches from your guys' stream.
These are not CGI glitches. So what you're seeing is low quality renders. So when you upload a video to YouTube, they re-render everything. And but we have multiple layers of re-rendering. So we have the original Insta360, which is it's 2 4K cameras, and they're a fisheye lens, a literal fisheye lens. And it's a circle. If you look at the source video, it's a circle. So things that are on the edge of the circle have much less pixels representing them as things that are in the center. And then the Insta360 Studio renders that from the highly distorted fisheye to a different version for YouTube. It has to re-render it into a different setting for YouTube, so it's interpolating pixels. And then when YouTube gets it, they transcode everything so that it's now at a different encoding and at a lower bit rate. Typically, they'll take like H.264 and code to H.265, or sometimes people say they do it at 281. I don't know for sure if that's the case, but anyway, so you're looking at least 2 different re-renders and a fisheye to rectilinear, some sort of rectilinear interpolation. So if you want, what you should do is you should go grab the source video. Like I said, I'll be happily send that to you, and you can go pull it up in Insta360 Studio. It's a free app. All right, are you just gonna lolcats yourself the rest of the night then? Or are you
I
gonna?
don't know. You're like giving instructions about how to. I don't even know what you're talking about, honestly. But
Whenever you're ahead, I suppose. Huh? All right.
No, it's not part of my argument. I don't.
Right.
My argument isn't. I know how to use 360 cameras.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, you really should give it a shot. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so I think he's done. Yeah. Rossi says if Duffy had used a blue chroma screen, the effing sky would disappear. Of course. Why would you have 2 green screens? 2 chroma keys?
That's so dumb, bro. Are you kidding me?
It is. I know.
The sky was blue. The sky
Darren,
was blue, right? And
yeah.
they replaced it. They chroma keyed the blue out. That's why other blue things are also chroma keyed.
And replaced the blue with blue.
So the sky you're seeing is not the one they're going to chroma key out. That's ridiculous.
They replaced the blue with blue. Okay.
I've got several people here who would like to speak.
Yeah, just do one at a time. Yeah, one at a time.
Yeah, I'll do one at a time. So I'm going to start with JL Warren. Let's see if I can. Let me see how I do this. Hold on. Okay, I'd like to speak. There we go. JL Warren.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just have one question for QOP. Actually, it might be a 2-part question, so I'll try to make it succinct. Is your claim that it is impossible for the Earth to be a sphere?
No, nothing's impossible. What the fuck?
Okay, so no, I'm just asking you if that's your claim. Is your claim like you're trying to debunk the final experiment, and you're holding to that it doesn't show the Earth to be a sphere? So I'm asking you, is your claim that it is impossible for the Earth to be a sphere?
No, I never said anything close to that. And if TFE is fake and the 24 and the sun doesn't do that in the south, it doesn't even debunk the globe. We could still be on a ball and on one side of it or whatever. That's just begging the question. I don't do stuff like that.
Well, it's not begging the question. I'm just asking you. Does it? So your claim is that it is logically possible. You acknowledge it's logically possible for the Earth to be a sphere.
No, it's not logically possible, but it's not impossible either.
Okay, that's what. Okay, so if you said it's not logically possible, that means you're saying it's impossible.
No, it's just not logical.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I think it's either logically possible or it is logically impossible.
Just a false dichotomy.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
a false dichotomy. I think it's either possible or impossible, and how we determine that is via logical contradiction, whether there's a contradiction there or not. It's a true dichotomy. I think it's either logically possible because there's no logical contradiction, or it is impossible because there is a contradiction.
Semantics, bro. You got anything better, dude? What?
It's not semantics. I'm trying to do this as succinctly as possible.
Yeah, you put him in a corner. He's painted in, dude. It's tough. He's in a tough spot.
You want to talk about semantics on what's possible and not possible?
This is not semantics. You probably shouldn't use words that you don't know the definitions of. So
Ad hom.
that's not an ad hom. That's not an ad hom. It's an observation. So is it your claim that it is logically impossible for the Earth to be a sphere or an oblate spheroid?
Sorry, I zoned out because you keep saying the same shit, dude. What?
Wow.
I'm trying to get an answer from you. It's either a yes or no. You either think it's
wording the same question, like the question different ways. Like, I have to keep track of all the different little.
I know. And two, you can tell that I'm not asking in different ways. I'm asking you, is it your claim that it is logically impossible for the Earth to be a sphere?
It's not. Nothing's impossible, bro.
Okay, so it is possible. It is logically possible for the Earth to be a sphere.
No, that's not. That's a false dichotomy again, dude.
Okay, so it's not a false. It's not a false dichotomy. It's one or the other. I think it's either possible or it's impossible.
If you keep changing,
There's no third. There's no third.
There's no third option. Yeah, there's no third option here. I think it's either possible or it's impossible.
So there's no difference between possible and logically possible.
No. I think it's possible because it is logically possible. I think it's impossible because it is logically impossible. In order to determine whether a proposition is possible or impossible, we have to appeal to logic. And the way we determine impossibility is because there is a logical contradiction. Like, for example, if you have proposition A and proposition B, there's a contradiction. If there's a contradiction, that means the two of them, A and B, cannot simultaneously be true. You know, only one of them. They're mutually exclusive. Only one of them can be true at the time. So my question is, do you hold that the Earth being a sphere is impossible?
Nothing's impossible, bro. I keep saying that, dude.
So the Earth it is logically possible for the Earth to be a sphere.
Sure.
Okay, so if it's logically possible for the Earth to be a sphere,
wait, how did you get this? It's not logically possible. It's just anything's possible. So yes, it's possible. It's not logically possible because it's not logical at all that we're on a ball in space shooting.
Okay, so you said it's not logically possible, so therefore it is impossible for the Earth to be a sphere.
Oh my God.
That's your position, right?
It's just a false dichotomy you're presenting me.
It's not a false dichotomy. What is the third option between impossible and possible? What's the third option?
Good question.
Logically.
We might need to.
When I say possible, logically possible and possible are the same thing. Logically impossible and impossible are the same thing.
Nope.
Okay, so if a thing is either possible, impossible, what's the third option?
Well, that's kind of like a dichotomy that's fine, but you add logical and then you're adding like this like.
Okay, no, when I say logical, I'm not adding anything to it. We determine impossibility and possibility by determining whether there is a logical contradiction. Okay, so it's really simple. Do you hold that it is impossible for the Earth to be a sphere?
I said nothing's impossible, dude.
Okay, so it is possible for the Earth to be a sphere.
Yes.
Okay, so it is logically possible. There's no logical contradiction in the Earth being a sphere.
It's a straw man. You changed
Not a
it.
straw man. Not a straw man.
He's just chucking out names of fallacies to try to get out of it.
All right.
That's hilarious. I love it.
So,
Then I'll try and make this quick as possible because other people want to get up here and answer.
You think it's logically possible?
What is the logical contradiction in the Earth being a sphere? Like, if you were to say the Earth is a sphere, why is that a logically contradictory statement?
Bro, do I really have to debate this guy? Like, I wanted to debate
This is the question I'm asking you. It goes to the heart of your worldview, dude.
What's the contradiction? Everything is a contradiction. We're not on a ball, bro.
But if it's impossible, what is the logical contradiction that shows its impossibility?
Bro, you're so annoying how you speak.
Okay, so here's an issue, like, right? We have two competing claims. You claim the flat Earth, and Toon is claiming that the group observed the 24-hour sun. All right. Now, these are mutually exclusive claims. Only one of them can be true because the 24-hour sun observation is not possible on a flat Earth, just by virtue of the geometry itself. So we know that only one of them could be true. If Toon in the group saw the 24-hour sun, that invalidates your position because we know the flat Earth can't be true. But if you're saying that's logically impossible, what is the contradiction? The logical contradiction. The A is not equal to not A.
So
where's the contradiction in
is
the
he almost done? Is he almost done, bro? Are you almost done?
Dude, JL, you are beating this guy to a pulp.
There's no, yeah, sure, whatever you want to call it. All right,
Okay.
so hello?
Yeah.
So I agreed. I wanted to debate McToon, right? People can come and ask questions about TFE, but I'm not coming here to debate Globers the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. So we will never know what the logical contradiction is. I will bring up, let's see, Sky Hunter next. Let's see.